My name is Ned Fleming. I studied abroad in Newcastle, Australia.
Kelsey Miller. I studied abroad at the University of Otago in Dunedin, New Zealand.
Brooke Barker, and I studied abroad in Paris, France.
Mick Morton. I studied abroad at the University of the South Pacific in the Fiji Islands.
Megan Downey. I studied abroad at the University of Edinburgh in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Kara Cipollone. I studied abroad at Tokyo International University in Kawagoe, Japan.
I studied abroad in Spain and in Argentina. My name is Tiffany.
Because I thought about England, other places spoke English. I want to study abroad in a place I was comfortable, I speak English.
I always had wanted to go to Europe and be able to travel around.
I wanted to continue that education and I wanted to learn the language.
Paris is someplace that I always knew I wanted to go to ever since I was a little girl.
Because it was something different, and New Zealand offered a lot of adventure activities and just a really fun culture, and I wanted to experience something new for a semester.
Newcastle is about 2 hours north of Sydney by car, and it was really cool. I lived 2 blocks from the beach. It was really nice. Campus itself was inland, so it was like a forest.
A lot of the students there are really interested in learning English, and they're really interested in talking to you. Everyone was really friendly.
It's huge, like it's really, really big. There's 2 million people.
Dunedin was a really fun city to live in. Octagon always had a lot going on in different festivals, fashion weeks, film festivals, so it was always a lot going on. I was never more than a 5, 10, 20-minute walk to anywhere that I needed to go.
I lived in a flat which is called South Clerk Street. It was about 10 minutes away from the main campus.
I lived in a student flat with other international students as well as one Kiwi host. My flatmates were from all over. I had one from Finland, one from France, another one from the States.
I lived in what was called the Plantation House at Wongavuka Flats. It's the university-provided housing for international students. It was a 4-bedroom house.
I lived with a host family. Argentina is a very family-oriented culture. I only lived with my host mom and my host sister.
We had to take a train every day to get to and from school and back to our host family's house. Living with a host family really helped me pick up more Japanese and really articulate my sentences.
There's a lot of emphasis on dance groups, so I joined a Bollywood dance group. Within 2 weeks of being in Fiji, I danced at an Indian wedding, like a legitimate Indian wedding. It was amazing. It was a great experience.
ESSEC actually has a social student organization called the BDE, and basically they just started organizing things for us right away. So they took us to Paris one day and took us on the Bateau Mouche, which is the flyboats that you see going down the Seine.
For spring break, we actually spent 10 days in New Zealand. There we went canyoning. There was 8 waterfalls, 5 of which I rappelled down, and there we did whitewater rafting. It was a level 5 out of 6 courses.
My favorite part of my Japan trip was being able to go on a week-long excursion to Hiroshima, Kyoto, and Miyajima Island. Miyajima Island is the most beautiful island I've ever seen. It is completely overgrown with plants and wildlife and monkeys and deer, and the deer actually come right up to you and you can pet them.
If you don't do it now, you might never get the chance to go to Australia. It is a long ways away, but the weather and the people there is phenomenal.
Culturally, fashion, food, just everything, news, business. France is such a giant hub for all of that.
Fiji offers a lot of really interesting aspects of culture as well as just kind of getting involved. I always say you come for the beaches and you stay for the culture. The people there are just so willing to accept you into their own culture.
I think Scotland offers a little bit of everything.
In South America, you have the opportunity to see some of the most beautiful places on this planet.
Study abroad in New Zealand because it has great outdoor activities. If you enjoy skiing or sea kayaking, you will never be able to do all of it in one semester.